Welcome back everyone to another episode of the Mowing series. Right now, we're on our way to pick up our old Ford truck, so we got some pretty bad news and it's just going to cost too much to fix. So my plan right now is to go over with the dolly because right now the car can't really drive on the road. The motor's gone, transmission's bad. So we're going to pick it up with the dolly and we're going to be dropping it off to somebody that wants to buy it. And in exchange, we're going to get a deal on a truck he's selling. So I just got everything lined up, everything looks good, but I'm gonna go over, talk to him, grab the keys, and pay him for the work he did. Holy smokes, there goes $450. Now, he did put a lot of time into trying to figure out the problem. It's gonna cost too much to fix. So we're gonna put the hood down, try to put this on the trailer. He did say it will start, it just won't go very far. Easy, let's see if we can get this lined up. Okay, so we're pretty much there. Alright, so after driving for 15 minutes, we're to the property. So over there's the truck we're trying to purchase. We just gotta get this taken off the dolly, moved over there, and I'm pretty nervous because, it just stalled. I don't want him to see how bad this truck is, but I need to get it put in front of his house, so hopefully it don't stall again. Anyway, a little bit of backstory on this truck. So I went on Marketplace last night and I seen he had this listed for probably 4 months now and he wasn't getting a lot of bites on it. So I messaged him, asked him if he would do a partial cash and trade deal, and he was okay with it. He just wanted to see the truck, so he don't really care if the motor's gone because he is a mechanic. So I think it will be a fair trade. I just gotta go talk to him, get everything sorted out, and pay him. And there goes $15,000 in that truck. I think it was a pretty good deal, but we're gonna go back and drop the dolly off, and then we're gonna get on with mowing and come by later to pick up our new truck. So the reason I wanted to buy that truck is because we do have enough trucks right now for the employees we got, but the one Bob's driving is the Hydro C one, and you can't really put a mower in back. It's just overkill for going around dual properties. So I'm going to give him the other one after I try it out, of course, and we're gonna park the Hydro C, use that as a backup just in case another truck breaks or we get another employee, which probably won't be for a while because as of right now it's me and 3 other employees and we're able to take care of the contracts we got. So unless we get a bunch more, we're not going to get another employee. Anyways, I just got to the shop, so we're going to hook up this trailer and use this mower. This is probably one of my favorite mowers right now. There is one downfall, you gotta walk behind it, and I don't like walking. Anyway, I'm going to go inside, do some paperwork before we start contracts. Just going to send off a few emails. Okay, so we made $2,500 yesterday, which is not our best day. So I'm going to have to talk to the guys to see if they missed any properties because something's not adding up. Usually we make close to $3,000 a day between 4 of us. So I need to check that out. But before I do that, I do have contracts I need to do. We're going to head up and get them done. Alright, so I just pulled up to the first property and this is a new contract for us. We did mow this property probably twice over the last year. It's just we never had them as a full-time contract until now. So before I started mowing, I was talking to the property owner and I asked him what was the boundaries of this property, and he said just follow these trees here and that should be good enough. So that's what I'm going to do, and hopefully I didn't hear him wrong because I want to make a good impression. I want to be able to come by every week and hopefully he can talk to his friends, get the word out, and we can get more contracts in this area because as of right now, this side of town, we don't have that many contracts and we're trying to become the biggest in town, and in order to do that, we need a lot of contracts. Alright, so I've been mowing this property for 15 minutes now, and I must say, this property is massive. I really regret not bringing a ride-on lawnmower for this property. I forgot how big it was, and I really like this mower here. It's just the walking part. And the trailer we got on the truck right now is not big enough for 2 mowers, so I might have to swap that out with someone because I do want to continue using this mower, but I also want to have a ride-on for these bigger properties. Now, I can't really make any big purchases anymore until we start bringing in more money, but the next thing we're going to be upgrading with this company will probably be the trailers, and we're going to get all the same ones. That way we know for sure everything will fit on it. And just like that, I made $500. So I ended up charging a bit more for this property because it's pretty big. There's not any other contracts I got over here, so I had to make sure my fuel was paid for. Anyway, we still got more contracts to do, so we're gonna head over and get those done. And after driving for 15 minutes, we're to the second property of the day, and this is gonna be the first time we mowed this one here. And I'm starting to realize this property is huge too, so I should have probably stopped on the way over to grab a ride-on lawnmower, but it would have delayed me another 20 minutes, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. We just won't go for a walk later, like we were going to anyway. So I wasn't really sure on the spots we had to do for this property just because there is a few buildings here. I didn't know where he wanted me to mow, so I asked the homeowner. He just wants this section over here done in front of the house and around the back. He don't want the whole property done, which is good for us because that would probably take me 2 days to do with this mower here. In the last episode, I mentioned that I was going to hire somebody to go over the books just to find a way for us to save some money. So he looked over the books and he said everything is terrible. We need to get a better game plan, so he sent me an email with things that could help us save money, and on it he said stop buying trucks and mowers, which is probably a good idea at this point. It's just, it wasn't my fault every truck I bought broke, so we need to buy more. But anyway, I'm going to stop buying some for now if we don't have any more problems. But the mower situation, yeah, I do have a mower problem. I got 3 backup mowers as of right now, which is too many, but the way I look at it, if one breaks down, we get a backup. And if that one breaks down, we get another backup. But it's probably not the best idea to keep buying mowers when you owe so much money, so we're going to take a pause on that unless one breaks down. But like I said, we got backup mowers, so we shouldn't have to buy any. Anyway, he suggested that I keep them on for at least 5 months so he can keep looking at the books. He thinks he can get everything situated, everything fixed up, and by this time next year, we're going to have close to $1.6 million. So we're going to actually make a profit if we keep them hired on. So I'm going to do that until we can't afford to keep them on, which I'm hoping we can. And that's another property done. I made $550 off this one. I charged them extra $50 because we had to go to the other side of town and I got to make sure we got fuel money. So that's going to be a new thing we're going to be doing if the property's far away. And if they like it, they like it. If they don't, I guess they're going to get somebody else. But I hope not, because we need all the contracts we can get. So before we go to the next property we got to mow, I got to make a pit stop at the shop because the property we're going to, the line's not that big. And I'm going to need a push mower. Now, John got the other one, but it's a good thing I got backup mowers for this situation right here. So we got another push mower. We're going to go grab that one, put it on the trailer, head over, get that job done. Now, we got 2 properties right next to each other we got to do. But if you guys are enjoying the mowing series and would like to see more in the future, smash the like button, subscribe, and consider turning on notifications. That way you're notified every time I post a video. Alright, so we're over at the first property now, and this one here is not that big, so the push mower is going to be perfect for it. It shouldn't take me too long to get this property done. I'm going to say roughly 20 minutes with the push mower. I'm not too familiar with this property just because John usually does it, but he's been pretty busy on the other side of town, and I was just at a job not too far away from here, so I decided to come over and just help him out a little bit. We're trying to get caught up on the contracts because we still got to do that festival, and it got to be done this week, so we're trying to get these mowing contracts caught up so we can spend a day or 2 getting that done. And I finally got that property done. I made $250. Now we got to do the playground up here, but we're going to be swapping to the other mower just because there's not a lot of things we got to go around. We probably got to grab the push mower at the end to go around the playground, but besides that, we can use this pretty much for the whole thing. Oh, my legs are killing me. I know one thing, after I get these contracts done, the next couple of days, I'm going to be using a ride-on lawnmower just to give my legs a break. So after I get this job done, I'm going to go back to the shop, drop the truck off, and head over to grab our new To Us truck. And then I'm going to head back to the shop, get the truck we're in right now cleaned up, and we're probably going to switch it with Bob because he got the hydro seed truck right now, which is not good for the contracts he's doing. And we're just going to park that inside the shop until we get a job for hydro seed or we need a backup truck. And I'm going to be using the one we just bought for a little bit, trying it out, make sure it's good. And I'm probably going to switch back with John to get my original work truck. Yeah, I think that's going to be the plan, but before I do that, I need to get this property done. So we probably got another 15 minutes left of mowing, and then we're able to head over and get that. And just like that, we got this property done. I made $850 because this is a government contract, so it usually pays a little bit better. We're going to hop in the truck, head back to the shop, which is about 15 minutes from here. So I'll see you guys when I get there. Ooh, I didn't park the best, but that should be good enough till we get back. So we're going to head over and grab our new truck. Oh, my legs are so tired, guys. We did way too much walking. But finally, I'm back here to grab my truck. It's only been a few hours. I was kind of nervous that he probably sold it again, but he never. Anyway, I'm going to give Bob a call, tell him to meet me at the shop so we can get everything swapped out. Alright, so I just got back to the shop and Bob is here. He's inside using the bathroom, but I decided we're gonna swap out trailers. I got a really big job and I'm gonna need the ride-on lawnmower for it. So he's inside, he's gonna use the washroom and have his lunch. And while he's doing that, I'm gonna get everything swapped out. So when he's done, he can come out and go straight to work and I can go to work too. Yeah, right there should be good for now. In the future, I will probably put it inside because I don't want to leave it outside if we're not going to be using it. But Bob's gone back to work and I'm going to get this trailer hooked up and we can get over and get that contract done. And I'm finally pulling up to the next job. So this one here is a pretty exciting one just because the person that owns this condo, he owns a lot of properties around Elm Creek, and if I do a good job here, it's going to open up a lot of opportunities for our mowing business. He got over 40 properties in Elm Creek that we could possibly mow if we do good here. So I'm going to make sure around the fence, around the whole house, everywhere is perfect. There's not one blade of grass longer than an inch. I'm really going to have to take my time. I got to make sure it's perfect, guys. I can't afford to lose these contracts. This could really elevate our game, and we could also hire on somebody else if we can get these other 40 contracts. And the best part is they're not residential contracts, they're commercial, so they're going to be paying close to $1,000 a piece. So that's somewhere around $40,000 every 2 weeks we can get, which is going to help me pay back that loan a lot faster and possibly buy more equipment. So I got to make sure we do a good job, and I'm going to speak to the owner of the property later just to see if he got any mowing companies doing his properties and what they're offering to see if we can give them a better deal. This could definitely be a game changer for us and help us pay everything off and finally become the biggest mowing company in Elm Creek. I was just talking to one of the people that live in this building. I asked them how much it was just because I'm going to need a place to live during the winter. And guys, I don't think it's going to be here. It's $2,500 a month. That's crazy. I can't afford that. But it is a really nice spot. You got this big yard and there's a pond over there, and I heard there's a lot of fish there, so it would definitely be a nice place to live, just not for that price. Anyway, I finally got this one done. It took me 2 hours to do. I only charged $500 because I'm trying to work out a deal with him. That way I can get the rest of his contracts to mow. But I do have one more to do today, so we're going to head over there and get that done. And after I get this done, we're going to go over, talk to him, and see if we can work out some sort of deal so we can get those contracts. We're just on our way over to a new contract we just got. It's a commercial one. It should make us a lot of money, so let's get into it. So last night the owner of this McDonald's called me and asked me if I can come out and mow his property because the mowing company he had come by to mow the property never showed up, and the grass is getting super long. So here we are, we got a new contract, and this one here is going to be pretty good. It's not going to take me too long to do. The property's not the biggest, but it's going to pay good money, and if we can get more commercial properties like this, it's really going to help the business. And speaking of commercial properties, I did go by last night to talk to the guy that owned the condos and 40 other properties in Elm Creek, and it didn't go that good. We ended up getting no contracts. He took back the one we did. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it too much, but we will bounce back. I heard he wasn't good to deal with anyway, so maybe it was a blessing. But if you guys are enjoying the mowing series and would like to see it continue in the future, smash the like button, subscribe, and consider turning on notifications. That way you're notified every time I post a video. And just like that, I made $1,000. It took me roughly 45 minutes to get this property mowed, but I'm kind of feeling like I need a coffee, so can I get a large double and a chocolate chip muffin? Yeah, that's everything. Strange. They didn't even ask about my mower, but I spent $3. They have $1 drinks, so of course we get the large. Anyways, today's probably going to be one of the busiest days we're ever going to have. We got so many mowing contracts to do, and we got that big one we got to get done today. So everybody's going to be on that one trying to get it smashed out, and hopefully we can do it because the concert's this weekend, and everything needs to be done so they can start bringing their stuff there. Anyway, I just arrived to the next job. It's the soccer field here. This is going to be a commercial property we got with the city. I bid on this job roughly 2 weeks ago, and it took a while for us to hear back, but we finally got it. So we're going to go over, get that mowed because there is a soccer game tonight, and they want it done within the next hour or two, so we're just going to do it. I wish I had some help with this one here, but the guys are super busy. They're trying to get all the other residential properties done so that way they can come over help me get this section over here, which is going to be where the concert is. It's just on the other side, and it's going to take forever to get that mowed, and I need all the help I can get. So the plan is to get most of our contracts done today, and around 12 o'clock we're all going to come over, go over by the stage, and just try to knock that out. We need to clear off an area that could fit 15,000 people. Yeah, that's a lot of room, so we need to mow pretty much that whole area back there, and We're gonna need at least 4 mowers doing it. Ooh, just hold up a second, guys. I'm pretty thirsty. Let me just grab some Gatorade if there's any left in this. Oh, yellow. Not my favorite. Oh, that was so gross. Was that even Gatorade? I sure hope so. And it was probably left there for a while. I'm gonna need some water to get rid of that taste. Ah, that's so much better. Next time, note to self, don't drink drinks that were left here probably for a week. So, I've been mowing the soccer field for 30 minutes now, and I almost got half of it done. It's definitely a big contract. I should almost have help doing it, but everybody's busy right now. Maybe next time when I gotta come by to mow the soccer field, I'll get somebody to help me just to get it done a little bit faster, because where it's summer, there's going to be a lot of soccer games, so we need to come by every week to make sure the lawn is cut here. And just like that, I got the property mowed. I made $4,000, which is really good money. And we got to come by every week. That's what we're going to be getting. So that's definitely a good contract we got with the city. There is a couple more properties we got to do with them, but before we do, I need to run back to the shop, do some paperwork, and I want to clean out this mower. It's really dirty. I'm not too sure who had this mower last, but they left it in a state. So we're going to pull up to the pressure washer, get it cleaned up. Underneath there's a lot of mud and grass, and it's causing it to clog up a lot, so we need to get that cleaned up before we start the big project. I was super busy yesterday because I was trying to get us those 40 plus contracts with that guy, and I didn't come by here to do the paperwork out, so I'm a day behind. I need to get this cleaned up as fast as possible. Let's get the trailer cleaned up. Maybe we get right here. Yeah, okay. I just got to send out this email. I made $3,500 yesterday between 5 of us, which isn't too bad, but I just got a call from John and he needs another mower, so we're going to take the small one off. That way we can push our mower up and I can put the Craftsman on, because he's at a job right now where the Skag is just a little bit too big. So I'm going to drop that off to him. Then I got to head up to our land, grab the dump truck and a load of gravel, head over to GD Transport. Their parking lot got messed up last time we had rain, so there's a couple bad spots that need to be fixed up really bad. I already brought the skid steer down, but I got busy with the other contracts, so we're going to try to get that done before we start mowing again. Alright, so we're finally here. This is the property right here that he got to mow that the Skag's a little bit too big for. It looks like John got the other property done. I don't see him outside. He must be collecting the money. I don't really have time to wait for him, so I'm just going to put this on his trailer. Alright guys, so it's been a few hours. I went to the quarry, got a load of rock. We got some class A. We got about 10 tons of it. That should be enough to get this job done. So we're going to pull into GD Transport, get that spread out. Now the spot we got to fix is roughly 30 by 30. It's a pretty bad spot. There's a lot of mud there, so I offered to take the mud out. That way we can go down further with the gravel, but they didn't want to do that. They just want to have a temporary fix, I guess. So hopefully this will last a long time. The only thing is the gravel we got is a different color because the quarry where they got this rock here was closed and they wanted to fix today, so I had to go to a different one. I'm just hoping it's not going to stand out too much. It's not going to affect the job. It's just going to look kind of different, but that's okay. Alright, so I'm going to start over here. This seems to be the worst spot. We're just going to back spread it. Okay, a little bit more and we should have this spot done. And we need a little bit right here. Let's try to get that spread out. That way I'm not going through the mud and putting the mud into the new gravel. Going to sprinkle a little bit over here, back drag that, and it should be good. Have you ever seen a skid steer breakdance? Well, today's your lucky day. Check this out. I'm getting so dizzy. I need to stop, and I don't want anybody to look out to see it, but that's how you breakdance a skid steer. I just gotta backtrack this spot here. Okay, so we got this job done. It took me roughly 45 minutes to do. Now you can tell the difference between the rock, but it's not too bad. Anyway, I'm gonna park this skid steer here just in case I gotta come back and fix up a couple spots. I really don't have time right now to go up to the yard, grab the trailer, come back and pick it up. So I think right there should be good enough for now. I'm gonna head up and grab my work truck and chainsaw and go cut down a couple of trees. And after driving 15 minutes, we're finally to the job. So this is over by the baseball field. We usually do 4 of these properties with the mowers, and the guys went through probably yesterday and got it cleaned up. But the homeowner mentioned he wanted these 2 trees cut down, so we're going to drop them. I think we're going to go that way just to be safe. They're not that big, but I don't want to hit the house next door. Timber! Okay, so that's the first one dropped. We'll do the second one, but we're going to go face it towards the road this time just because I don't want to bring up into the healthy tree and then we got a big problem. Timber. Okay, so that's the second tree dropped. I'm going to cut them up and put them on the trailer. And for the final cut. So I think I got them cut up short enough that I should be able to manage to lift them by myself. So we're going to grab the truck, put it in the driveway. We're going to have to take the mower off just so we can put it on the trailer. This job is a little bit different just for the fact that usually I charge to cut down the trees and I will leave them here. But I made a deal with the homeowner. He wanted the trees taken off the property. So instead of charging him a fee, I'm just going to take the logs and we're going to call it even. I can bring these logs to a sawmill to get a couple $1,000s and he don't have to worry about paying me or having these trees here. And finally, after 25 minutes, we're putting the last log on the trailer. Hopefully that don't roll, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to put a couple straps on there. Right, that should be good. So I got roughly a 15-minute drive to the sawmill, so I'll see you guys when I get back. And just like that, we're on our way back. I made $6,500 selling these logs, which is really good money. It was definitely a better deal for me, but right now I need to grab my mower and head over to get that job done. I just got off the phone with John. They're all done their contracts and they're going to head over to the festival right now and they're going to wait for me, so I need to hurry up, get this mower put on the trailer and head over. I'm just going to strap the mower down a couple more. Okay, so that should be good. I got roughly a 15-minute drive to get over there, so I'll see you guys when I get there. And after driving 15 minutes, I'm finally to the parking lot and all the guys are just there waiting for me. So I'm going to park the truck and take my mower off. So we went over the game plan and I'm going to go over by the stage, get that section done because it's going to take a little bit extra work over there. The guys are just going to pick a spot in the field, one of the corners, and work their way to the middle. And if my math is right, we should be able to get most of this field done today if we don't take any breaks. So it's going to be super busy. It's going to be a lot of work, but the faster we can get this done, the faster we get paid, and the guys are going to get a bonus when we get this one done. Just because they've been really killing these jobs lately, they've been getting everything done on time, and since we get the new tablets, they've been doing the jobs without missing lines, which is a plus. So I thought the best thing to do is to repay them with the day off and $200 each. I think that's pretty good. We're not that big of a mowing business to be able to give bigger bonuses than that, and if everything goes good at the end of the year, I'm probably going to give them another one. So right now I'm going to do my section. I'm going to go down to the soccer field and to the stage. That's going to be where I got to try to get done today, and it's not going to be too bad until we get to the stage. There is some benches over there I got to go around, so I'm probably going to have to grab the push mower to get that done. So I'm just going to get the basic shape with this mower here, then I'm going to go back over by the stage, try to clean that up as best as possible. I wonder how the guys are doing. It's kind of hard to see them from here, but it looks like they're doing work. I mean, the mowers are moving. Hopefully they're cutting the grass. I just really need this to go good because if we can do a good job, we can get this every year, and this is going to be the biggest mowing contract you can ever get in Elm Creek. So I need everything to go to plan. Alright guys, so it's been roughly an hour and I walked over to grab the push mower. I want to get this cleaned up before I move on. This is going to take me the longest to do, but besides that, everything seems to be running okay. We're getting the job done. It's definitely chaotic and there's a lot of moving parts, but in order to get a job this size done, that's what you need. Alright, I just gotta clean this up a little bit more. The tricky part is around back. There's some things you gotta go around. So we've been mowing for roughly 2 hours now and I almost got this section up here done. Oh, it's definitely a lot more work. There's a lot of things you gotta go around. Gotta be careful you don't hit anything. We're probably gonna have to get a weed whacker, so I might have to send one of the guys probably to the hardware store to grab one because I can't really get that close with the push mower and I gotta make sure this looks good. Anyway, I got what I could do with the push mower done, so I'm gonna bring it back over, grab my skag mower and just get back to grinding. We've been mowing for a long time and we're all pretty beat out, but we just gotta keep going. We gotta try to get as much done as possible, and if we gotta stay late to do it, we're gonna have to do it, guys. I'm so tired. I've been mowing for 4 hours straight now, but we're finally getting a good dent put in. You guys may be wondering how I ended up in this really bad situation. Well, stick around to find out. So let's get into the video. Me and the guys have been really busy the last 2 days trying to get that festival area cleaned up, and we're pretty much done. We got probably 2 more hours to do today and we should have it. I'm just gonna get them lunch right quick, then we're gonna head back over. Let me see what I can get for them. Can I get 3 Happy Meals, 4 large black coffees, and a Big Mac combo? Yeah, that's everything. Wait a minute, I had a coupon. What did I do with it? Is it in my pockets? Oh, there it is. Okay guys, I almost left the drive-thru. What in the... kind of coupon was that, guys? I paid $65 for this meal and I barely got anything. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. They charged me for the Grinch Happy Meal, so I guess the guys are getting socks for Christmas. Alright, so I just got over to the concert area and it looks like the guys got everything done, which is good, so I'm gonna give them their meals, that way they can get back to work. Here you go, John, pass out the Happy Meals and coffees. You guys did a good job and get back to work. Nah, I'm just joking. Or am I? Unlike the guys, I gotta get back to work. I can't stop and just chat, so I'm gonna go over, grab my trailer, head back to the shop because I got a meeting with the financial advisor. We're gonna go over everything to see how we can get more money, optimize the business, and we might have to sell a couple things we're not using, which I really don't want to do, but if there's a way to get this business to grow a little bit more, and at the same time, if we're able to cut down costs, I'm gonna have to do it. But before I do that, I need to run to the city to collect my money. So I made $15,000 doing the festival area and it took us roughly a day and a half to do. I'm just glad it's done, guys. That was so stressful, but at least now we don't have to worry about that till next year. Alright, so I'm just on my way back to the shop. I'm hoping this meeting's not too long. I still got a lot of contracts I gotta mow. And what the heck? Who had that mower and why is it outside? Oh, I'm gonna lose it, guys. I wouldn't care so much, but the fact that somebody stole my mowers from the exact same spot not even 3 weeks ago, oh, I can't deal with it right now. Anyway, I'm going to move the mower before I go into the meeting. I need to try to calm down before I go inside because I might end up just selling the whole thing. Okay, I think I'm a little bit better. I'm going to go inside and hopefully we can figure this out. Okay, Grant, that was a good meeting. You can move ahead with the process. Oh, guys, this ain't good. So Grant's really good at figuring everything out. He figured out where we could save money. And it's not the thing I wanted to do. We're going to have to sell our brand new property. As of right now, it's costing us a lot of money to upkeep it. Yeah, so can I get a Big Mac meal with large fries and a large Coke? Yeah, that's everything. And there goes $12, and to make the best of it, I didn't have a coupon for this one, but guys, when I'm stressed, I stress heat. So that's why we got that. I don't really want to sell my property up there. I wanted to build my dream shop, but as of right now, I'm paying close to $2,500 a month in property taxes, and I really can't afford that for a property we're not using. And the property we're at right now, we're leasing. He said the lease is up within a day or two, so we shouldn't renew it because that property is just way too expensive. We should try to find somewhere else. So after I get this property done, I'm going to go speak to a realtor and try to get that property listed as soon as possible. That way I can sell it, use that money to find a shop that's going to be cheaper and better for us. It definitely sucks, but the way I look at it, we didn't really have the shop there yet, so it would have cost me close to $400,000 to get that land ready. If I don't pay back this loan, my mowing business was going to go bankrupt and I would never get it built anyway. So if there's a way to make profit, keep this mowing business going, I'm going to have to take it. And after 20 minutes, I got this property done. I made $850, which is going to help us out a lot. I just called a realtor, and if I can get over there right now, we can have a meeting. So I'm going to head over there and hopefully we can get this property sold. Well, that was quick, guys. I made $250 selling this property, so I went inside and apparently he had a client that was looking for commercial property, and it was a pretty easy process. It's just, I'm not too happy with it. I really wanted that piece of land. There was just so much room up there. I just got off the phone with Grant and he found us a property we're going to go look at. Wow, that was quick. So let's check it out. So this shop is a lot bigger than the one we're in now, but it's a lot cheaper because we're further away from town. So let's go check out the inside. I do have the key right here. Let me just get the door unlocked. So you walk in the front door, you got this reception area here and you got office space. So we do have room to grow this company a lot bigger than it is. That would be the dream. And you come back here, you do have this big garage with doors on both sides so you can drive right through. 3 doors over here. We got tons of room here. We could put everything inside. And of course, we got a pressure washer inside, which is going to come in handy. But then you come up these steps here. We do have this big meeting room up here, and that's going to be so good in the future. Guys, I like what I see, so I'm going to give Grant a call. That way he can put in an offer. They want $310,000 for it, but I'm going to offer $300,000. Yes, I got some exciting news. So they accepted the offer. I'm going to put the trailer behind this shop for now because I gotta move everything off the property we just sold, and the shop we're in right now, the lease is up, so I want to make sure everything is brought over here before I start doing any more mowing contracts. And then after I get that done, I need to stop by the realtor's office, get the paperwork signed, transfer the funds, and that way we can get the keys officially. Alright, so I get the mower put in the back, and since we got one of the trucks with the plow bracket, we're gonna grab a snow plow and bring it over. Then we're gonna get a ride over with John or someone to grab the other truck and snow plow. And I think that should be it for everything we own on this property. There is a lot of junk here, but that was left by the previous owner, and I really don't want to take any of that. And after driving for 20 minutes, I'm finally to the new shop. So we're going to pull up to this garage door right here, hop out, then get the garage door open. I think we're going to put the mower inside here, and the snow plow, I think we're just going to leave outside for now. I don't really want to put into the shop until I figure out exactly where I'm going to put stuff. Oh, that was the wrong one. I'm still getting used to this shop, so let me get this open up. Alright, let's get the truck put in, that way I can get the mower off, get the plow taken off, and we can go back over and grab more stuff. And after I get all this done, I need to go up to the property, grab the dump truck, trailer, excavator. I think that's it. The screener's being sold with the property. Oh, the skid steer. Well, I think that's at GD Transport, so I gotta pick that up later on. Anyways, it's been a few days and I'm just going over with the last bit of things we had up at the property, guys. It's been super busy, but we finally got everything brought over. So I'm going to park this right here for now, go inside, speak to Grant and the new hire. We need to transfer over the funds for this building. I really don't want to, but I do need to pay the owner, and let's get that done. Hey guys, how's it going? Jan, how was your first day here? And just like that, $300,000 is gone. You guys have a good day. I gotta get back to work. So I was just informed by Grant we did leave a couple of things over at the old shop. I'm gonna go over and grab that right quick. So I should probably double check, make sure we got everything. As of right now, we need our spreader, and there's another snow plow here that we forgot to grab. Where did I even put the spreader? I can't remember. Oh, there it is. I don't remember putting it outside. I guess one of the guys had to use it that I don't know about. But I'm just gonna put him back in the truck, go inside the shop just to make sure everything is gone. We didn't leave any paperwork, anything like that. Well, it looks like I got everything at the shop, so I'm just going to lock the door, bring the key to the owner, and guys, this is a bittersweet moment. I really enjoyed this shop. It's just, it was too expensive. Before I leave, I'm going to use the pressure washer one last time. This truck got super dirty when we went up to the old property. Let me just get this all sprayed off. There's a lot of mud on the door. A little bit more on the roof. Okay, that should be good. And there's the snow plow. I almost forgot about it again. Alright, so I got the plow hooked up. I'm going to head back over to the shop and drop everything off. So, it's been a few hours. I decided to move the snow plows just to keep them out of the weather. I think they should be good there. They're not really in the way. I'm going to get my trailer hooked up. I got my tablet. I got the properties I need to do. And we're going to go up there and try to get them done. And just like that, I'm at the first mowing contract for me of the day. So, I got to do these two properties here. They really don't take me long to do. This one here is going to take me roughly 45 minutes, and the one next door should take me roughly 30 minutes to do. And after I get that done, there's another thing I got to do before I go mowing again. So you guys know how we sold the land and we sold the screener. Well, we got the dump truck, excavator, and dump trailer now. And as of right now, I don't really have the use for that equipment because I don't have the screener anymore, and we weren't really getting that many landscaping jobs. So me and Grant went over everything, and it's just costing us too much money to keep it and the upkeep. So we decided it's better off if we trade it in for something that we can use more often. And I got an idea of what that would be. And I got this property done. I made $450, but let's get to the next one. I'm going to try to get this one done as soon as possible because I want to go down to the dealership with the dump truck, excavator, and try to trade that in for a new skid steer. And you guys may be wondering, why am I buying another skid steer since we got one? Well, the one we got now is pretty old. It don't have a cab, and we're trying to get a lot of commercial snow clearing jobs this winter. So the more equipment we got, the better. I'm trying to make sure all my guys got work for the winter if they want it. And the only way to do that is to have the equipment. So after we get this done, I'm going to go over, speak to a salesman, see if we can work out a deal. And just like that, I got this property done. I made $450, but let's get this put on the trailer, head back to the shop, grab our other stuff, and go to town. Alright guys, so it's been a few hours. We're finally pulling into the dealership. I'm going to park this over here for now. I need to run inside to speak to a salesman to see what they're willing to offer me for this equipment. I'm hoping it's going to be enough for a fair trade. That way I don't need to spend money because we really don't have it. Thank you so much, Ricky. It was a pleasure doing business with you guys. Here's the keys to the truck. It's over on the side. So we ended up working out a deal. I got the skid steer plus $25,000 and we got this attachment here. I was trying to get a snowplow, but they had none in stock, so they gave us the money instead. Now, the only problem we got right now is I sold the trailer, so we got no way to really bring this equipment around. I'm going to try to put the skid steer on this trailer, but I think it might be a bit too wide. We're going to have to bring it over and try it out. I sure hope it will work because the delivery fee is $1,000 and I really don't want to pay that because as of right now, we might have to buy a new trailer and I need all the money I can get. Alright, so I just got back over to the dealership and now that I look at it, I don't think it's going to fit. I think my only option is to try to get one of the tires to go up on the rail and hopefully it don't slip off. Yeah, that definitely don't look safe, but at least I got it on the trailer. We're going to take our time, bring it back to the shop, get it dropped off, grab our mower, and try to get some more work done. Oh gosh, you gotta be kidding me. I just got a call from John and it's not good. He hit the bridge with the mowing truck, went over the bridge, the mowers went flying. I gotta get this unloaded as fast as possible. I need to go over and see what he did. Oh guys, I am so mad. So John just sent me the location and I know the bridge he's talking about. I don't understand how he hit it because it's a straightaway. I gotta get over and check out the situation. I'm just so mad guys because as soon as the mowing business is starting to do good, something like this happens and now we're down a truck and possibly 2 mowers. Oh, this can't get any worse. What the... You gotta be kidding me. This is 10 times worse than I thought. We got 2 big tow trucks here. That's gonna cost me at least $5,000. And the mowing truck is flipped over. The trailer's twisted. The mowers are flipped over. John, what the heck were you thinking? This is gonna cost me so much money. The road is straight. How did you do this? What the heck? There's even an ambulance here, John. Do I have to pay for that? No, that's coming out of your pay. Oh, guys, this is crazy. Anyways, it's been an hour. They pretty much got everything cleaned up. They got the trailer put on back the truck. They're going to have to come by later to grab the pickup, but right now, I'm going to pick John up, even though I should make him walk. We're going to put the mower in back. We're going to have to come back later to grab the skag. But this is going to be it for this video, and if you guys are enjoying the mowing series and would like to see it continue, smash the like button, subscribe, and consider turning on notifications. That way you're notified every time I post a video. And until the next one, I'll see you guys later.